Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be putting together a video today. That was not in my plans even up to 20 minutes ago. And yeah, here I am. Opus 5 has just dropped and it is insane. And the thing is, I almost missed it because I was too busy focusing on Tariq's new article, even though he clearly says it's about Claude 5 models. Like, I even saw his point on Opus 5 and I said to myself, what? Opus 5? Little did I know they'd already announced they dropped Opus 5 just moments before. You're probably thinking, oh man, we've already got Fable. Why would I spend time talking about Opus 5? Because the Opus 5 model is crazy. Come and take a look at some of these benchmarks real quick. You've got Opus 5 outperforming Fable at nearly every turn. Not just Fable, GPT 5.6 as well. And the jumps are great. Arguably speaking, it's a 30% uplift on the agentic terminal coding. It's about an 8 or 9% uplift on knowledge work. It's 4 times better than GPT 5.6 when it comes to novel problem solving. In other words, dealing with difficult issues that it's not yet faced before. And that's looking at ARC-AGI 3. Its agentic search across browsers is better than Fable and just better than GPT 5.6, which is impressive because that's one of the areas where GPT 5.6 has a genuine edge, just browser use as a whole. In humanities last exam, its multidisciplinary reasoning falls just underneath Fable at 56.5 with no tools, but with tools it actually surpasses Fable. Its computer use is better than everyone else. Its agentic code is still frontier level for deep software engineering, and for frontier code 1.1 it beats everything else. Business workflows are unrivaled. Okay, then there's legal and there's health and then there's biology, but man, this model is impressive, incredibly impressive. And one of the things that makes it particularly impressive is because you look at this and you realize this is clearly a competitor with Fable, if not quite a bit better than Fable. And yet that's not where it ends. One of the biggest benefits when you look at the price is actually this model is exactly half the price of Fable. It's $5 per million tokens on input, where Fable is 10, and then it's $6.25 on million tokens per output, where Fable is $12.50. It's literally 50%. And so you get a model that's probably better than Fable, delivering all that it delivers at 50% the price. Every now and then you sit down and you think to yourself, man, these models can't keep getting that much better. They can't keep getting that much better. They have to hit a ceiling. And yet this is proof that the models really are getting that much better. And not only are they getting better, there's a sense in which they're able to get better at a more affordable price. Now, it doesn't feel like that at the moment because as models have become more and more capable, we've been using them more and more aggressively. And as a result, we need more and more compute. And as we're baking in all of these harnesses and we've got ultra code mode and max mode and all these different types of levels of effort where there's workflows around the model that push the model harder, that means that we end up burning through more and more tokens than we've ever burnt through prior. And as we're deriving value from these models, because we're burning tokens on projects so that we can obviously get stuff back from that and make more money so that we can then grow our products faster and better and even just keep up with competition. You then get things like this where it's like a better model comes out, but it means I can still do twice as much as I was previously doing for the same price, or I can do everything that I was previously doing for half the price. Either way, it's a great advancement. And it definitely means that if I was using Fable for something previously, in all likelihood, I'm probably moving to Opus 5. Now, the fact that I'm swapping out Fable, does that mean I'm now getting rid of GPT? Of course not. There are different strengths between both AI labs. For example, we obviously know that Anthropic is particularly strong when it comes to things like taste. And so on the design side, we really love Anthropic. However, when it comes to things like computer use or browser use, as much as benchmarks are one thing, practically speaking, GPT 5.6 has often been far ahead. That said, I'm yet to test Opus 5 and really give it a run for its money because that said, it might be that I change my mind. New information, very willing to change my mind if that's the case. But right now, as it stands, 5.6 is definitely a lot better on that side. And this is another thing. It's not just the model, it's the harness. It's not just Opus 5 or Fable. It's Claude Code or Claude Desktop. And it's not just GPT 5.6, it's Codex or ChatGPT or whatever they want to call it. And Theo's definitely pointed this out before, but the biggest power users of AI tend to be people who use both models simultaneously because they understand the strengths and the weaknesses of both models. And another key thing worth pointing out when it comes to things like this is looking at places like artificial analysis. You're not just trying to find out what is the cost of every single token, you're trying to find out what is the cost to actually complete a task? And when it comes to that, the prices tell a different story. At that point, it actually becomes evident. Anthropic models are quite expensive. And when you look at the chart, you'll see that Anthropic models tend to be the most expensive models out there when it comes to determining how much you're going to spend to actually complete a task. Fable 5 being the most expensive model. But as we can see, Claude Opus 5 still comes in at about 50% of the price of Fable 5, and that's on extra high. And even if we were to bring it down to high, Claude 5 still uses about the same amount of tokens as GPT 5.6 Sol on max effort. And so Opus 5 is definitely a more expensive model than GPT. And so it means it's still actually cheaper to do some things with GPT Sol. And especially where Sol's going to be better because it can do certain things like image generation and whatnot, there's definitely going to be a use case for that Anthropic models can't fulfill as well. But all in all, is this revolutionary? Yes. Does it move the needle forward? Yes. Does it mean we're able to get Fable-level frontier intelligence for half the price? Yes. And does that mean I can at least swap out a lot of my Fable workflows for an Opus 5 workflow? Yes. And that means you'll probably be able to get a lot more done without needing resets. Enjoy it. Competition is good. Benchmarks can obviously be benchmaxed. If you create the metric that you need to target, then people will create models that ultimately go out of their way to hit those metrics. We've seen that recently with OpenAI's model breaking free and stealing stuff from Hugging Face in order to conquer its benchmarks. Models will do crazy things in order to benchmax. But nevertheless, it is still a strong model regardless of the benchmarks. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm Rich, founder of Yaps.AI. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and check out the channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.